Foreign direct investment driving development. Sustainable growth through knowledge transfer. Technology as a solution. Innovation as a way forward. Over 70 ministers, 140 countries, over 500 exhibitors, 8,000 square meters of exhibition, 15,000 businessmen and investors. The annual investment meeting, sustainable development through FDI-induced innovation and technology transfer.
Côte d'Ivoire's Investment Promotion Center and also Director for Investment Attraction. So I'm very delighted to be your MC this afternoon. We have some very distinguished gentlemen to talk to you about Côte d'Ivoire, what a fantastic place it is, where and why you should be there. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the panelists who's going to be presenting you to the country of Côte d'Ivoire. The first and not the least is our ambassador, Mr. Touré Vazoumana. Ambassador Touré is Côte d'Ivoire's ambassador to Saudi Arabia and to the UAE. So with Ambassador Touré, we also have the CEO of Côte d'Ivoire's Investment Promotion Center, Mr. Essis Emmanuel, who's going to be telling you exactly what the country offers and what kind of business environment we have and why your company should not be the last to be there. So in addition to the CEO and to these two gentlemen, we also have Mrs. Kumba Dionkane. She is the CPC's what we call at-large ambassador, if not our indeed international communication agent. So that's essentially the gentlemen and the ladies who are going to be helping you this afternoon to understand our business environment. I need to tell you a little bit about the program that we're going to have. So first, we're going to hear from the ambassador, who's going to give you a welcoming speech. And then after, we're going to give you a quick, very short video on Côte d'Ivoire, because we believe seeing is believing. But more importantly, we expect you there to see and touch. And after the video, we're going to hear from the CEO, Mr. Essis, walking you through the business environment, as well as to what are the conditions, the investment code, and the opportunities that the economy offers. So without further delay, I'm going to call on Ambassador Vazoumana to address you. Thank you.
Honorables invités, mesdames et messieurs, je voudrais tout d'abord vous adresser à toutes et à tous mes chaleureux et fraternels remerciements pour l'honneur que vous faites à la Côte d'Ivoire en participant à la session de présentation de la Côte d'Ivoire.
Ladies and gentlemen and honorable guests, I would like first of all to thank you for bestowing you to Côte d'Ivoire an honor for being here in attending this country presentation.
Je voudrais particulièrement adresser mes remerciements aux organisateurs de Annual Investment Meeting et à son Altesse Cheikh Mohamed Ben Rachid Al Maktoum, vice-président des Émirats Arabes Unis, Premier ministre et gouverneur de Dubaï, qui en assure le patronage, pour cette initiative dont l'objectif vise le renforcement du flux des échanges économiques et commerciaux entre États et qui nous offre par la même occasion cette tribune pour présenter à toutes les personnalités ici présentes le climat des affaires et les opportunités d'investissement en Côte d'Ivoire.
I would like to first of all thank all the organizing committee of the AIM 2015 edition, and I want to also to express my gratitude to the sovereign authorities of the UAE for allowing us to be here to present to you what the country opportunities, the business opportunities that we have in Côte d'Ivoire, as well as its business environment.
Mesdames et messieurs, dès son accession à la présidence de la République en mai 2011, le président de la République de Côte d'Ivoire, son Excellence M. Alassane Ouattara, s'est attelé à relever les grands défis liés, entre autres, aux problématiques de développement économique, de la lutte contre la pauvreté, du chômage des jeunes de la restauration de la paix et de la cohésion sociale.
Since accessing the authority in Côte d'Ivoire, the presidency, in 2011, Mr. Alassane Ouattara, the president of the country, has to focus on several challenges, including reducing poverty, addressing the youth unemployment, and making sure that we have a cohesive populations, all of that with the aim of moving the country toward an emerging market.
Pour atteindre ces objectifs, la Côte d'Ivoire s'est engagée dans un processus de reconstruction dynamique qui devra la conduire à l'émergence à l'horizon 2020.
In order to reach those objectives or to meet its targets, the country has really determined and developed a path that's going to take it to an emerging economy by 2020.
Pour ce faire, le gouvernement a engagé le pays sur 3 axes prioritaires que sont la paix, la sécurité et la relance économique.
And the government determined that it can't reach the emerging status unless there are 3 very important elements that he needs to deal with. The first one has to do with peace. Make sure that we also have stability and security in order for investors to come and help the country grow and meet its emerging targets.
En effet, depuis 2012, la Côte d'Ivoire a retrouvé la paix et la sécurité. Aujourd'hui, les Ivoiriens vivent en harmonie et formulent des projets pour leur avenir commun et celui des générations futures.
So since 2012, the country is living in a very harmonious and peaceful environment where the Ivorians have now drawn plans for developing their country. And it's really a march toward the emerging status that the country has developed for itself.
La sécurité des personnes et des biens se consolide avec une nette amélioration de l'indice de sécurité des Nations Unies qui se situe à 1,3.
The United Nations has a security index that actually assesses the country's security status. And Côte d'Ivoire, with these reforms that has been taking place, now can boast to have a 1.3 security index, which is as good as you have in New York or in Paris.
S'agissant de la relance économique, en 4 ans, le travail accompli par le gouvernement a permis à la Côte d'Ivoire de renouer avec la croissance économique et d'entrevoir des perspectives prometteuses.
As far as economic growth goes, the country has renewed again with growth. And in a very short amount of time, less than 4 years, we now have boasted a double-digit GDP growth.
La Côte d'Ivoire a réalisé un taux de croissance annuel avoisinant les 10% depuis 2012. Cette performance s'explique par la réduction du déficit budgétaire, la stabilité macroéconomique et la croissance des investissements, en particulier les investissements privés évalués à 12,1% du PIB en 2012, 14,6% en 2013 et 16% en 2014.
As far as those results, because of the stability that the country has enjoyed and good economic reform and performance, the country in 2012 actually had a 10.7%. This is the IMF number, by the way, GDP growth rate in 2012. And in 2013, we are around 9.8%. And these were done merely because the country was able to reduce substantially its deficit. The public deficit is very, very small, as well as the macroeconomic reform that were instituted helped the country achieve a significant investment inflow. So in 2012, the country had about 12% estimated GDP growth. This is the share of the investment in terms of GDP. And in 2013, we had 16%. So you have 3 years, 3% point increase merely only from 1 year to the next. And so we're looking at a much higher growth rate for 2014, 15 that is.
En réalité, le secteur privé a toujours été au centre de la stratégie de développement de la Côte d'Ivoire. Conscient des enjeux, le gouvernement s'emploie à créer un environnement favorable aux affaires, notamment la mise en place d'un programme national de développement 2012-2015 qui s'évalue à près de 11 milliards de dollars.
And in fact, the private sector has always been the backbone or the pillar of the economic growth of Côte d'Ivoire. And so in order to do that, the government has drawn up a plan that you can call as a business plan. It's a PND. This is the National Development Plan. and it has a price tag of $22 billion. This is for 2012-2015. So, and this is mostly based on the private sector investment.
À cela s'ajoute un cadre juridique et institutionnel relatif aux contrats de partenariat public-privé.
And in addition to these reforms that were done, increase private sector presence in the economic growth, you also have a legal framework that is also sustaining this confidence and the trust that the private sector has in the economy. So we have a setting of PPP, which is a private-public partnership, government and the private sector to undertake major infrastructure projects.
Il y a aussi l'adoption d'un nouveau code des investissements depuis le 7 juin 2012 qui est plus attractif et ensuite un nouveau code minier en 2014.
And you also have, in terms of reform that were done to propel investment, private investment, you have a new investment code. The new investment code was done in 2012, and the earlier one was dated back in 1995. So in addition to the general investment code, you also have some sectoral code, like mining code, that was done in 2014.
Toutes ces mesures prises sont la preuve de la détermination du gouvernement ivoirien à œuvrer à l'accroissement des investissements privés et à l'essor d'un secteur privé dynamique, compétitif, créateur de richesses et d'emplois.
So all of these reforms essentially were done with the one single aim, which was to really give the private sector an environment that is conducive of investment, secure, and also very productive. So where you can invest, make profit, and also help the country achieve its goal, which is creating a job for the youth and embedding the economy for the whole population.
Cela démontre également que la Côte d'Ivoire est devenue un pays favorable à l'investissement. Et dans cette optique, j'ose espérer que cette session de présentation de la Côte d'Ivoire vous permettra de mieux vous imprégner de l'environnement des affaires et des opportunités d'investissement de notre pays dans lequel je vous invite à venir investir.
This is finally to show you that the country is very profitable, that has a secure environment for business, and you are invited to come to Côte d'Ivoire to take advantage of all these opportunities. And without further ado, this is my message to you, and I'm extending an invitation to all of you to come to Côte d'Ivoire.
Je voudrais terminer mon propos en réitérant mes remerciements aux organisateurs et à vous aussi, illustres participants, à cette session Investir en Côte d'Ivoire. Je vous remercie.
I wanted to close my remark. I wanted to close my remark by thanking again the organizing committee of the IM 2015, and also to thank all of you for coming this afternoon to hear and see our presentation on Côte d'Ivoire. Thank you. With those remarks, I think we're going to now show you a quick video that presents Côte d'Ivoire, and then we're going to follow that up with the presentation of the CEO of the CPC. Thank you.
Côte d'Ivoire is truly one of a kind. A land anchored in traditions, yet in tune with current times. It sits at the heart of a 300 million consumer-strong regional market. It's politically stable, with a great workforce and numerous natural riches. A population of 25 million, GDP growth nearing 10%. Its assets and location make Côte d'Ivoire the engine of West Africa. Côte d'Ivoire enjoys a rich land and a strong agricultural tradition. Agriculture's most varied and exciting investment opportunities are in agro-industry. Mining is promising. Gold, diamond, manganese, iron ore, and the new mining code better fits today's global economy. Côte d'Ivoire produces 60,000 oil-equivalent barrels a day, including 250 million cubic feet of natural gas. As for electricity, Its yearly output of 1,400 megawatts means Côte d'Ivoire is both self-sufficient and able to supply several surrounding countries. Combining oil and gas, 150 projects for a total of 4.73 billion euros. The government is investing heavily in large infrastructure projects, Abidjan and San Pedro harbours, Félix Houphouët-Boigny International Airport, highway construction, upgrading of the railroad, Abidjan's third bridge. With its focus on agro-processing and consumer goods, Ivorian industry benefits from both a strong domestic and regional market. In the context of a liberal economy, the private sector's professional associations contribute ideas and initiatives, as well as operating in harmony with the government. According to Doing Business, Côte d'Ivoire is amongst the top 10 reformist countries in the world. Rating agency Moody's gives it a B1 and Fitch a B. Making life easier for business people is the one-stop solution desk at Investment Promotion Center, CEPIC. It now takes no more than 24 hours to start a business. Direct private investment registered with the investment code reaches nearly 2 billion euros. The Commercial Court and Court of Arbitration, CACI, contribute to making investments safer. Such good governance initiatives have helped Côte d'Ivoire improve its security ranking with the United Nations. So yes, Côte d'Ivoire is shaking things up. In banking, insurance, telephony, public works, IT, B2B services, things are moving fast everywhere. As for our people, whether in urban centres or in the countryside, they are at work and eager to learn. New campuses are preparing tomorrow's engineers and managers. So, this is an invitation, not a conclusion. This country is doing the right things to succeed, with good infrastructure, solid international links, concrete programs, and a contagious joie de vivre, and the vision of a man focused on transforming Côte d'Ivoire into an emerging country by 2020. This country is tomorrow's Africa.
Thank you very much. Well, what do you think? You ready to go? Excellent, thank you. That's what we thought. So without further ado, I wanted to introduce you to the CEO of the CPC. This is the man who tried to make this happen. That's why we're here, to convince you that you need not to drag your feet. Because you know what? It's like one of those cells, you know, it doesn't last forever. So please, without further ado, Mr. Assis Emmanuel, CEO of the CPC.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this guy said an important issue. I have to convince you to come in Côte d'Ivoire. So I hope that after this presentation, we'll go together on tomorrow in Abidjan. And I have been told that you taste already chocolate. You like it? Can you give them a chocolate again? So it will contribute, to convince you to come in the right place in the world to make business after Dubai, of course. Okay, so we'll try in a couple of minutes to share with you our conviction that Côte d'Ivoire is actually the right place to make business in Africa, and mainly in emerging countries like this. So to do it, I will go through some slides. The first one is this vision by our head of state, Alassane Ouattara, who said that I want to turn Côte d'Ivoire in an emerging country in 2020. This is the first vision. Based on this vision, we established all the strategy and all the activities I will share with you. You already know Côte d'Ivoire is in West Africa. I will not take enough time, but 2 points. First of all, we belong to ECOWAS, which is 300 million consumers, and we belong to the WAEA which is the UMOA, gathering 8 countries, we're sharing the same currency, the franc CFA. And the franc CFA is a fixed rate versus euro. 1 euro is 655 franc CFA. So those 8 countries is 8 million consumers. That means when you are putting your luggage in Abidjan, in Côte d'Ivoire, you are accessing to a regional market of 80 million consumers or 300 million consumers. Knowing that in this ECOWAS, we have a common tax, law, we allow you, to send your products produced in Côte d'Ivoire in the other countries without any additional duties. The rationale behind all I will say is based on, 4 pillars. First one is political stability. You know that we experienced 10 years, crisis. So since 4 years now, we have 4 pillars. The first one is working on political stability, which is actually, at a good level because we have it already. The second one is to reinforce the reconciliation, and this is ongoing. The third one is to improve security. The ambassador said that actually we were at 1.3 notes versus the Union, comment on appelle ça? United Nations Union, ranking. And the last issue is economy, and this is our target. Because we've seen that without any economic development, all the 3 hours cannot be, safe. So for us, we have to emphasize on economic growth, on economic development, to allow reconciliation, security, and political to be very, 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 very fine. So based on this, we established a PND. The PND is the National Plan Development, and it's a business plan for the country starting from 2011 to 2015 this year, and which have been evaluated at $22 billion investment. And the government take the resolution to share it with private sectors at a level of 60%. That means that we are waiting for you, to invest more, let's say, something like $13 billion in our country. This is our business plan, and I will give you some example of projects belongs to this PND. Taking this decision, the government said that I should, if I want to attract, private sectors in my country, private investment in my country, I should improve my environment, business environment, and secondly, I should put in place business incentive. Knowing that the government, engage many reform. We have a couple of reform. The main aim of this reform is to simplify procedures, is to reduce costs of, administrative procedures, is to reduce the delay of the procedures. This is the three main issues we are targeting with all those reforms. And the result is that the CPA index have been improved, security have been improved, we have been eligible to the AGOA, we have the MCC 9 green indicators including corruption, and we have also successfully in 2 years we have been elected as worldwide best performer, the 10 top performer of the world in the doing business reform of the World Bank. This is the ranking we have. You will see that we are in the Sub-Saharan, we have 90. In 20, ECOWAS, we are 6. And OADA, we are 3. And in the UMOA region, we are at 2nd ranking. That means that during the free last year, the government put in place enough reform, to have an impact on the business environment. This is to give you more guarantee, in making your business in our country. In terms of investment policy incentive, we, the CPC is in charge of this issue in order to facilitate administrative procedures, more attractive in the investment code and the other sectors like mining, electricity, antique, and comment ça va ce truc-là? So what is CPC? CPC is the one-stop shop of investors like you. When you come in our country, our role is to give information, to assist you, and to make your project happen in at the less cost, the less with less procedures, and at the shorter time as possible. So in the one-stop shop, we have four main pillars. First one, the starting business. As it has been said in the video, now starting the business in Côte d'Ivoire take no longer than 24 hours. It's one day. You can have all your paper to start your business. We also give incentive of the investment code, and we also receive all your reply to have additional land to set up your business, and we can also assist you on all other information you need to start your business. Let's go far, and then I will come back. For the investment code, let's say that mainly it's based on the fact that we give incentive in two parts. The first one is during your investment. During your investment, we give you incentive. We give you a reduction of 40 to 50% of the duties you should pay on the equipment. And then you have a free tax VAT. You don't pay the VAT on the duties. VAT normally should be 18% of the duties. So during the investment, you have 2 years to make your investment. And during this, all the equipment you import to establish your factory benefit or those two issues I just explained. After the 2 years investment, we come and we make on the ground. We check that you have already fulfilled all your engagements, and then we give you a second type of incentive. Will be for 5, 8, or 15 years, according to the place your business is established. So during those periods, you will not pay income tax, you will not pay land tax, and you will not pay building tax. So this is for 5 years, 8 years, and 15 years, according to the place where your business is established. We have also specific code. You have documentation. My colleague can give you on those issues, or have more questions if you want to go. We can come. You can meet at a stand and can give you more. I just want to go through with some opportunities in agribusiness. You know that we are producing 1,700,000 tons of cocoa in the world annually. We have 40% of the worldwide production. We are the first position. But we are only processing, let's say, 20% of this production. Cashew nuts, we're producing almost 600, it's 55 this year, 1,000 tons. We are processing only 2%. In palm oil, the same. In rubber, the same. That means that for you investors, you have huge opportunity to make agribusiness, to put plant there, processing, and then sell it, finished goods, to your client, which is, abroad or in this country. In terms of mining, we have rich and diversified resources: oil, gas, gold, copper, diamond, iron, uranium, and all these are new for our economy. This means that it's a huge opportunity for you in terms of research or in terms of, industrialization of all those, resources. We have also a big regional project in terms of oil and energy, the pipeline, project. We have it. We have also health and education program investment. We have it also housing, and we decide in Côte d'Ivoire to experience the PPP project. That means that you can sit down with the government and have an agreement to build a project together, or be in BOT or FBOT, and you produce, you finance, and you transfer after, a certain period to the government. We can share with you many projects in this area. We have a USB key which is at your disposal. You can come to our stand to have all the detail of the project, sectors by sectors, and you can discuss with us, and then we are at your disposal to give you the path or the route you can use to have this investment happen in Côte d'Ivoire. As a conclusion, I will say that Côte d'Ivoire remains a country with a high potential in investment opportunities, an important social economic infrastructure, a business climate which is in constant improvements, and of course we invite you to come to visit us at our stand to share more our projects, and then definitely to see you come with Emirates to visit our country in Côte d'Ivoire. Thank you a lot.
Now, it's up to you to ask all the questions that you think are important. If you still have some question, and I think he'll be more than happy to take them. So my colleague will have a mic for you, and we'll take 3 questions at a time. And I hope you do have questions, because that's very important. We made some bold statement here, so let's see how we can back them up. All right? Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Asita Kone, based here in Dubai. I would like to find out a little bit more about the tourism sector. What is being done today? What are the plans for the future as far as tourism is concerned in the Ivory Coast?
Hi, my name is Nancy, also based in Dubai. African from Anglophone side of Africa, and so of course my concern would be now, if I was to do my business in Ivory Coast, then in terms of the manpower, you speak very good English. The other lady I met earlier today speaks very good English. She lived in Amsterdam, she told me. So as a manufacturer, my concern would be you're surrounded by about 3 Anglophone countries. Maybe this is not something for this forum, probably something for the AU, but I mean, I would have to have 2 labels, right? I mean, or bilingual labeling. But yes, this is something that I think Africa needs to sort out. We need to have a common language. This is something that we should have had a long time ago. Yeah, so manpower, training. I need to know if I have to worry about that. How well educated is your community, and etc. And this is something I'm asking because again, in this part of the world, we do find people who are quite surprised that we speak English, and they think we speak English because we are educated in the UK or the US. They don't know that we speak English or French in Africa or wherever. So yeah, this is something I always ask whenever I come to this forum, so that people can know that. Yeah, please answer it for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Jihad. I'm from the United States and right now residing in Jordan. My question is about private education. Are there opportunities in there to provide or establish private education, particularly the pre-college education? Thank you.
Thank you. So we will probably take those 3, and if I get this correct, we'll go 1 question at a time. And this was from Asita Kone, and her question is more in the tourism sector. She wanted to know what is currently done and what are the future plans as far as tourism.
Let's say that actually the tourism is about, let's say 1.2% of GDP, of our GDP. The objective is to bring it to bring it up 20%. And they established a huge program. I can share with you in detail with the program. But what are the main issues? In Abidjan, we need, again, almost 40 new hotels. We need in each main town in upcountry is about 60 hotels. We have a 500 kilometers sea beach in all the Côte d'Ivoire. That means that we can, develop, tourism sites and such, entertainment in this area. We have also a golf club. And actually, this golf club, we are looking for people, to renew it and build hotel around this golf club. We have two golf clubs, one in Abidjan and one is in Yamoussoukro. What I can say again, let's say also we have a variety of cultural sites. And in the west region, in the east region, in the north region. So I can share with you a document on these tourism opportunities, and it's very, very, very huge in this area. Voilà.
And if I could add to that, I think, Mr. Assis, there are, for those of you who know very well Walt Disney, if you've seen the movie Oscar the Gorilla, that was done in Côte d'Ivoire. And this forest where the movie was done, it's a world, protected site. So you also have, as far as the tourism minister goes, a chocolate, it's agro-tourism based on taking you from the plantation, going to how the cocoa is harvested, to the point where it's now ready to go to be manufactured. So there's a lot that need to be done there, and with your help, you have huge opportunities. So it's an invitation again. Now, the second question was from Nancy, and I think her question has to do with essentially manpower, and the question was how well trained is the population in Côte d'Ivoire? Because it's perceived as only a French-speaking country. So that's the question that she has. How well trained is the population?
Are we well trained or not? Now, what I want to say is a good question. Because if we have an objective to have this GDP growth and be emerging country, we should have, well-educated people in Côte d'Ivoire. And this is, I give you two issues to respond. National people are okay, but knowing that Côte d'Ivoire is also a hub for many nationalities to come here. I think that here, if I'm not wrong, more than 40% of the population in Côte d'Ivoire is foreigners. So you have a mix, education people which are in this country, and it's important. In terms of high school and universities, we have good private high school in this country. We give education. And maybe I will take the other question. In the National Development Plan, we plan to have 6 more private universities in the country. And we can give you also, at this stage, the different documentation on it. If you are interested, we can put you in touch with the people which are concerned for you to discuss if there is any interest. But the government is very concerned with education. We cannot go with such, objective, such ambition without, have well-educated people in this country.
Thank you. I think Mr. Youad, right? Shiad, I'm sorry. So your question was probably answered also here, certainly. But I think this really says it all. Côte d'Ivoire has a strong education background, and some of us really, I think here we try to tell you that it's not just French-speaking country. So the president himself is a PhD from Wharton. So for those of you who know Penn State, you know what I'm talking about.
One point I want to add. We are, since 2 years, 3 years, we are make a big campaign to tell all Ivorians which are abroad, all diaspora people to come back. And this is additional skills also. This guy is a diaspora. 3 of them, they are diasporas. He came from United States. This lady came from France. This one came from Holland. And they come back to work for Côte d'Ivoire. And this is also this, the good strong for Côte d'Ivoire to have people well educated. We are working in other countries, and we come in Côte d'Ivoire to work.
Thank you. So we'll take the second round of questions. Please don't be shy. Thank you.
Gabriel Aromi from Saudi Arabia. Can you hear me? For small investors who are not willing to travel and come to Côte d'Ivoire, what sort of opportunity or through investment house? And I'm talking about the range of $1 million to $3 million to $5 million.
Well, I think that's the first question. Very, very important. Small depend on where you come from. And Saudi Arabia is small, you said from 1 to 5 million. Very good. We'll get back to you. Next, if you would, please. Any other question? We'll give you time to think. So we will probably take the first one. If I understand correctly, the question is, what are the opportunities for small investors coming to investment house size $1 to $5 million? Without having to travel.
First is our internet site. You can have all investments opportunities there as projects. Secondly, we are here. We can discuss with you now after this meeting. I mean, to go through all the opportunity according to the sectors you are interested. We can show you all the projects we have on hand, actually. We can be interested by your company. Third, we have the embassy. It's based in Saudi Arabia. There is a consul, which is here. Huh? Voilà. The consul is there, and I think il est dans la salle, non? Il n'est pas là? C'est qui?
Is the consul here? Côte d'Ivoire's consul?
Madame Fatou.
Would you please
Debout.
stand?
Voilà.
Could you, yes.
Is a representative of the consul. Voilà. She is a representative of the consul. He's traveling, and is a businessman who established here. And this guy can also, glean information for you. And at the end, I will give you my business card. This guy will give you business card. And if you have any information additional, you can. But at least you should travel, even if it is for $1 million. There is daily flights between Dubai and Abidjan. Daily flight. You can come Monday, have a meeting in the Tuesday morning, leave Tuesday afternoon to come back in your country. So all those are, the different opportunities. I don't know if I addressed your question, but if you have any detail more, please take the floor. And it's okay? Merci.
Thank you.
Just the issue of ownership. I'm not sure that we addressed it in the slides. In Dubai, I have to have a 51% local Arab partner with me. So what is it like in Ivory Coast?
So this is exactly the whole issue of local partner, whether or not you have to be partnering with a local person for doing a business.
In Côte d'Ivoire, I think we are not more than 2 or 3 countries in the world. It's not compulsory to be associated with a local person. You can come in Côte d'Ivoire, create your company, bring your money, make your business, take your money back if you want. We are in a liberal system. Obviously, we are encouraging people to be in partners with local one, but it's not compulsory. By the law, it's not compulsory.
Hervé de Villechabol, I work for Ernst & Young here. We have a team that does the bridge between the Gulf and Africa. And I'll try to contribute to the answer to the Saudi gentleman here. One way to invest in Ivory Coast is to use the stock exchange. And it's worthwhile, I think, to say that Abidjan has the largest stock exchange in French-speaking Africa. And of course, people like us can also help to do the bridge between the Gulf and Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So indeed, in fact, that Côte d'Ivoire has, the regional stock exchange is based in Abidjan, and that's what Mr. Assis was referring to when he talks about the 80 million consumer markets, because they share the same currency, and those 8 countries have one stock exchange from which you can reach all the other countries. So, thank you. Any other questions? Ambassador, do you want to comment? No? Any questions? No, we good? Well, I wanted to thank you very much. Yeah, come on. Oh, I was just, here we go. Yes, if you would please.
Hello,
Yeah.
my name is Murat Karaca. I come from Turkey, from Eastern Black Sea Development Agency. We are also working under Development Ministry. I wonder how does the incentives and grants affect foreign direct investments in your country?
He's asking how the foreign...
How does the incentives and
incentive
grants affect the foreign direct investments in your country?
So the tax incentive that we give out to companies and the subsidy that we give out to those companies, how does that truly impact the foreign direct investment coming into Côte d'Ivoire? Essentially, those incentives really help bring companies to Côte d'Ivoire.
Maybe for the last 5 years, we can talk about for the last 5 years.
For the last 5 years?
Yes.
Well, it's going to be difficult because the new tax code is only 3 years old. So
okay.
But
For the last 3 years, I'm sorry.
let's just give you some figures, maybe. CPC is created in 1993. From 1993 to 2000, before the crisis, the annual investment agreed to this code the maximum is 300 million.
300 million. It was less than $1 billion for all of these 7 years.
Let's say 800,000, something like that.
Million.
The maximum.
Yes.
In 2013, is that? 2013,
2013. Yeah.
we have 1.1 billion of dollar. In 2014, we have $1 billion. From 2011 to 2014, it's almost $3 billion, which have been agreed to the investment code, and the investors are coming. And almost 50% come from abroad.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. And what's the most important criteria to attract foreign direct investments?
There is 2. Mainly, first one is environment. Mainly, even you have money and you come in Côte d'Ivoire and you spend 6 times to start your business, you will never come. So the first issue is business environment. How reduce delay, reduce cost, and reduce procedures. The second one is to give incentive.
Incentives, yes.
So these are the 2 issues. And the third, and not the least, is the follow-up. Because you have established, you have the advantage. But if in running your business, you have a daily concern, it's not good for you also. So you need to follow up. So this is, the new policy, President have been established. The reason why he established CPC to be this one-stop shop for you. So you can, with one person at one place, every information you need to go ahead in your business, path.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Ramadan bin Amr. I'm an engineer, and I'm doing business currently in Ghana. And since the lady started with the chocolate, which was a good chocolate actually, we import chocolate from Ghana also. But there is some kind of complications when you import a chocolate because it's registered worldwide under stock international board of chocolate, etc., etc. And that makes it very difficult to import directly the chocolate.
But do you mean cocoa bean? Right?
Yeah, the cocoa beans, I'm sorry, coconut bean. What are the procedure from Cote d'Ivoire to make that easy for the importations instead of going to the board, which is in Europe, to be listed, etc., etc.? Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's take it another way. Obviously, I don't want to invite you to buy bean. I want you to establish in Cote d'Ivoire, transform the bean in cocoa butter or cocoa, powder, and then export this one for chocolates. This is the objective we have. But anyway, if you want to make business in this area, you should be established in Cote d'Ivoire. This is the first point. If you are not established in Cote d'Ivoire, you cannot do it. If you are established abroad, you are obliged to go through this board you are talking. So first, create the company. And we can give you the different condition. If you want to make business in cocoa bean, buy cocoa bean, treat them, and export them. There is a condition. You should have, I think, minimum capital is 200 million of the capital. You should be, There is many, if you follow this, in one day you have an agreement. But you should be established in Cote d'Ivoire, not abroad. So we give you the documentation on this. And if you are interested, please pay a visit in Cote d'Ivoire. We introduce you to the system, fill all the conditions, and then establish a company in Cote d'Ivoire, go on the ground, buy the bean, treat them, put them in the bag, and then export them. Or establish an additional plants, making the processing, and then sell. This is what I can tell you about it.
Thank you.
Thank you. See, this side is trying to beat you. She's back again. So if you don't raise your hand, you're going to be...
I'm sorry, I have to do this.
That's all right. Let's see. Any questions? Good.
Okay, now, the question that he just asked is very relevant to the ECOWAS thing, because Ghana is part of ECOWAS. So why can't he just buy cocoa beans from Ivory Coast? What's the big deal? Why does he have to go to Europe to buy cacao that's coming from Ivory Coast? You're part of ECOWAS. Why does he have to do it? What's the meaning of ECOWAS? What would be the meaning of East African Community or whatever? Why can't he just buy cocoa bean and trade it in Ghana? He's not in Dubai or some other place. He's in Ghana. I think that's what you said. Yeah, he's in Ghana and you have ECOWAS. Thank you.
That's many traders have the company in Ghana of Cote d'Ivoire. They buy the beans. And they are the subsidiary in all the world to sell to those clients like this. That's it. It's all. You have a dealer who wants to buy, he established in Cote d'Ivoire or Ghana, buy and have all a representative in the countries which are looking for clients. So as a client, he doesn't want to go on the ground. So he go to the market of London and buy it by internet. But if we want to be in touch with the producer, he should come in Ghana or in Cote d'Ivoire, established, and he will go directly to the markets, buy it, and sell it. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Thank you very much. I think that's probably is it. And I wanted, before we close, to... Oh, yes, yes, please. Could you...
Well, again, I'm sorry to pose this question, but in many of the emerging countries, if there are not regulations and rules by which you can guarantee the rights of minorities, if you will, things may develop into problems for foreign investors. Years ago, things were not as promising as we've heard today. So what are the guarantees that, for investors, foreign investors coming there, that they will be safe and they will not be looked upon as, bad guys, if you will? Because I've seen this in America, and rules and regulations have kept everybody at bay, and rules and regulations have made everybody safe, where you go there and you find yourself in at full peace.
Thank you. I think to repeat the question is really trying to ascertain what are the rights of the minorities or minority shareholders and guarantee that are given to foreign investors in a country like Cote d'Ivoire. Am I correct? Is that?
See, we say that we engage many reforms. I don't go through all those reforms. One of those reforms is this point. I guarantee, the minority shareholders. And these, 200 pages of these issues, which have been, do you know OHADA? Do you heard about OHADA? OHADA? OHADA. It's a platform of many countries who adopt the same law of doing business. You get the point? From starting the business to litigation and everything. So they adopt law, which is the local law, and we can link all those countries. I think it's about 22 or 23 countries in Africa, I think, or more than that. I don't know. I can give you the right figures. So those rule, it's law, and in Cote d'Ivoire we adopt also this law. So minority shareholders have now some rights. For instance, if the general manager of the CEO, they think that, or the board of directors, they think that the board of directors abuse in the way they are managing the business, they can go to the court. They have the right not to go it, which in the other time they don't have the right, because when they go on votes, they are always in minority, and then they don't have any issues on this. This law exists. And if you are interested, we can go give you all those reforms we make, and you can go through and understand more. If it's not this, come back to us. I want to say another issue is in terms of security of foreign investment in our country. In our law, it has been said, the law of investment, let me say that if any investment made in Cote d'Ivoire is spoiled or, doesn't succeed because of political or social trouble, the government will take all measures to pay back this investment. It's written in the law. So this is a guarantee. So we can go through, I don't go through this because it's very long, but really many issues we put, it's what I resume to say, that have a good business environment for private sectors. People should be, when they invest in Cote d'Ivoire, they should feel like they are investing in New York or in France or in Sweden or in Dubai. They should feel at the same level. This is our aim. We are actually at 70%, but 25% we reach, and maybe you will come to stay definitely in Côte d'Ivoire. Thank you.
Bien, c'est juste au nom de la délégation ivoirienne ici présente et au nom des autorités de notre pays, réitérer nos remerciements à l'Assemblée qui a bien voulu venir suivre cette présentation pays, et leur dire que, comme vient de le démontrer, et les images et les explications données par le directeur général de CPC, que la Côte d'Ivoire est un pays ouvert. La Côte d'Ivoire offre un environnement sécurisé pour l'investissement étranger. Et les lois, les différents codes, tout va vers l'attraction et la sécurité de l'investisseur. Pour notre part, nous avons ici un consulat général qui est basé dans ce quartier même, à Dubaï. Ensuite, vous avez l'ambassade de Côte d'Ivoire basée à Riyad, qui couvre tous les 6 pays. Mais nous sommes disponible jusqu'à vous accompagner physiquement en Côte d'Ivoire pour un premier voyage de prospection. Je veux dire, si vous voulez voir par vos yeux et entendre par vos propres oreilles la réalité de tout ce que nous venons de présenter théoriquement, l'ambassadeur et ses équipes sont prêts à effectuer un voyage avec vous pour rencontrer monsieur le directeur général dans ses bureaux, mais à rencontrer aussi les opérateurs économiques privés, la Chambre de commerce et les différents ministres par rapport au secteur d'activité qui vous intéresse. Nous vous souhaitons donc la bienvenue en Côte d'Ivoire. Merci de votre attention.
Merci. So, the ambassador, in closing statement, wanted to thank, on behalf of the delegation, that is actually the CPC delegation that is here at this event, we wanted therefore to thank you on behalf of that delegation as well as the Ivorian authorities for attending this event. And he believes that, at least he hopes, that the presentation that was given and the Q&A that follows really give you an insight on the business environment of the country, which is a secure environment for foreign investors, and also the reform that we're undertaking in the country, particularly to make the country a safe foreign environment as well as very attractive in its ability to offer incentive and create an environment where you can prosperously do your business. So he also informs you that the consulate of, that actually is a liaison office for him, is here in Dubai, has a presence here, office here in Dubai. And the embassy that is based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, also covers 6 countries. So he is most definitely willing to accompany any of you who wanted to, after hearing all of this, have a first-hand experience in Côte d'Ivoire. So he's willing to take a delegation to go to Côte d'Ivoire to meet with the CPC, meet with the Chamber of Commerce, meet all the authorities, ministerial and otherwise, for you to really feel that is indeed a place where you need to invest. So that's the closing statement of the ambassador, and I wanted to, on behalf of the CEO of the CPC, to thank you all for coming. Africa is indeed a place where you have huge opportunities, not only the resources, population, demand, so all the factors are there. So what we need is also friends that can accompany us along the process. Thank you all for coming. We hope to see you. We have the stand here, and we're here to answer any questions you have. Thank you.